Hey y'all, it's the Abstractionist. I got back from doing a tarot event, so I'm just uploading a video of me picking the decks for that. Ended up choosing 4 decks for the event. So yeah, I worked an event for an hour and a half roughly, and I enjoyed it. So it was my first event of the year doing tarot. Hopefully I'll keep it up for the rest of the year. I do want to do an event a month ish, so to speak. So about 11 events this year. I want to read more in person because I like doing YouTube and stuff like that, but I really enjoy kind of the energy of going to events and talking to people and introducing tarot to them. I'm not the most traditional reader. I'm more intuitive, stuff like that. And so I really kind of just like sharing that stuff. So surprisingly, of the 4 decks that I took, the Mystic Mondays was the one that was the most popular out of all of them. I don't know. I feel like I kind of had a feeling that the Mercurial decks would be the ones that were more fitting. For the event, because I tried to make sure that the decks that I got weren't so heavy energetically. They weren't so, they just weren't so heavy. I didn't want to do an event where we're just talking about a bunch of shit that you need to go to therapy for. So I really liked that I chose the 4 decks that I did, but the Mystic Mondays won out, so it's okay. I really enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed talking to people. I did 8 readings, I think, in that hour, which is really interesting, really cool. Some of the people, it's kind of weird because some people, I don't know, I kind of think with tarot reading, people really need to, I don't know, I guess nobody would know if they randomly hired a tarot reader, but I don't know, sometimes I kind of feel like people really have this I'm supposed to read their mind type deal going on. What kind of I just kind of feel like people think I'm supposed to through my tarot reading read their mind, and it's no, absolutely I have no interest in reading your mind at all. I read what I'm picking up, and sometimes it's happening right then, sometimes it's happened in the past, and I give a perspective on that whole situation. But I don't know. I kind of get the feeling, because I've done this before, with these readings. This is my 3rd time doing it in public, and I did at this point, if I did 8 readings a day, I know I've done it feels close to 30 readings within the last 3 months, 4 months. So yeah, there's just kind of a feeling of reading your mind. And I think that if you, as a tarot reader, want to do public readings, you might have to kind of contend with this perspective I'm offering you, because some people really do think that tarot readers are this all mystical, all-knowing kind of being, and they're gonna, and I also kind of feel like some people think that you're going to pull up parts about them that they don't want to be found out, they got deep dark secret. It feels like people have this fear about being found out or being seen with tarot, and I just don't know where that comes from, because for the most part, most tarot readers are not trying to figure out your deep dark secrets. The ones that I watch and stuff like that, the ones that truly I watch are very psychological, introspective, and they do have psychic insights, but they're not using their psychic insights to glean information in a to use in a more nefarious way, or to use in a manipulative way of buy this from me because you're cursed, something like that. Yeah. So that's something. Another thing you may have to contend with is the idea of having perfect readings or ratings, because there's some people that I felt were kind of underwhelmed by the reading, which is fine, whether they were processing it or they didn't like what they heard, or they just felt like it didn't resonate with them, it didn't fit them. I didn't, I couldn't tell because I'm not them. But some people felt quite distant when I was reading for them, which is fine. What I would say to people who encounter that, because there are people who are going to put up a defense, and they may not tell you that they want you to break that defense and like figure them out, but like you kind of get that vibe that they want you to figure it out. You can't be so attached to doing the reading and having someone like the reading, or having someone like the outcome, or have someone like what comes up, or even should appreciate it. I mean, if you're getting paid for it, then yes. Like, luckily I wasn't getting paid per person, although that has never been an issue, being paid per person when I read in public. But you may encounter people who, because they didn't get the reading that they want, request like monies back and stuff like that. No, I didn't get the vibe from none of those people that they would like do anything like that. I'm just saying that that could happen. So I think people should be aware that when they do readings and people kind of don't seem receptive to it, some people may be receptive to it, but they have a lot that they got to process through this. This may be their first reading. This may be a very significant reading. This may be very heavy. They may have gone for a love reading, and then something about their childhood comes out, and they have to process that, and so they may kind of start to distance themselves energetically. Other people just may not be resonating with it, or they may not be impressed. Either they're just not impressed in general, they were on the fence about it, and you've kind of shown them that they are not interested in going any further. They don't feel like you are qualified, they don't feel like you know what you're talking about, they don't feel like a lot of things. And what I say to that is, I can't make you feel anything about you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you don't resonate with it, you don't resonate with it. It's the same thing online. If you don't resonate with it, click off. And so I think doing the reading the best way that you can with the knowledge that you have, go for it. I would say if you want to read up about your decks, if you want to read up on basic information, if you want to do stuff like that to be a competent reader in your eyes, go for it. But understand that not everyone likes your reading style. Not everybody likes the decks you choose. Not everybody likes the readings. Nobody, it is what it is. So there's that. The last thing is so I went there at Eaton, and I got there and I was looking at seltzer, and I picked up seltzer, and then I realized it's a hard seltzer. So if you don't know, a hard seltzer has alcohol in it. So I was like, woo, let's do this. I'm a lightweight when it comes to drinking anyway. So this is like probably like nothing to someone, but yeah. It wasn't like I was buzzed and I was like, ooh, but I liked that I drink this, because it did open me up. I was kind of nervous before I go. I always get nervous before I do stuff like this, because I don't know. It's something I like to do, and it's like my precious baby. So yeah. So this is going to be part of the pre-spiritual the pre-spiritual pre-reading ritual. And so yeah. So I ended up taking one to go, and I left this one on the counter, and I went back for it. I was like, oh hell no, I want my shit. So yeah, so I think that if you want to read in 2023, go ahead and read for people, because you will develop skills outside of just reading that will be helpful for you. And you'll start to notice what people come to you for. Like for me, I watch a lot of love readings, and I seek out love readings. But for people coming to me, they tend to be very open-ended, or they're very career-focused. They're rarely concerned with love. And that, is surprising. And so you may also find that the niche that you look for when it comes to tarot reading is not what people come to you for. It may not be that they don't see you as competent, they just may really resonate with how you deliver the messages for that subject matter. And so a lot of people, like I said, for me, when I've read out in public, is career and in general, overall, open-ended. And I like that. So that was event 1 of 2023, my first tarot event of the year. Hopefully I do more of them, because I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to do another video after I upload this in about an hour or so, because I've got something in the mail and I'm going to show you what it is, but I'm actually going to look into it right now to see how I like it and whatnot. So yeah, I'm excited about it. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.